There's room over here.
First, yeah.
That's good, that's good.
Oh, come on.
You're taller, you come forward and him, somebody.
Cap, you want one from me?
No, you're fine, you're fine.
All right, are we good?
You got room over here? Excuse me? There's room over here.
You need to come this way a little.
No, I'm just saying if you need.
No, I know, but I've got you behind a poster there.
Okay,
Come
that's
this
fine.
way a little, that would be great. All right.
You like it behind the post.
We're on.
Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Today we're pleased to announce the disruption of another major gang active in Westchester County, the 8 Tray Crips, or ETC, based in Rochelle, with ties to other gangs in other cities in the county, as well as neighboring New York City. These gangs and their leaders are responsible for violence and intimidation. They make their money through the sale of deadly drugs, drugs which ruin lives and take lives. This week's gang and drug sweep is the latest in a series of such indictments and arrests throughout the county, starting with Mount Vernon and Portchester in April and in Yonkers a year ago. Like puzzle pieces, every investigation leads us to another connected part and potentially another jurisdiction and another indictment. In our continued effort to make our county a safer and more secure place to live, work, and play, we are focused on working with all of our law enforcement partners to send a message to gangs and drug dealers. We will find you and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Before I go any further with the details, let me introduce some of the people who are here with me today. From the Rochelle Police Department, I have Commissioner Joseph Schaller here, as well as Deputy Police Commissioner Robert Gazzola, Captain Cosmo Costa, and Detective Lieutenant Brian Fagan. From the Westchester County Department of Public Safety, Lieutenant James Greer of the Narcotics Division. To assist us in answering any questions from my office, I've asked our First Deputy District Attorney Patricia Murphy, Chief of Criminal Operations, Second Deputy District Attorney William Schaefer, Chief of the Investigations Division, and an Assistant District Attorney Celia Curtis from the Investigations Division, if they're needed. Now to the heart of today's story. Yesterday, 16 defendants were arrested in and around New Rochelle by law enforcement officers from multiple agencies. They included the New Rochelle Police Department, Westchester County District Attorney's Office investigators, Westchester County Police, Westchester County Department of Probation, and the Yonkers and Mount Vernon Police Departments with the assistance of the FBI. The arrests followed more than a year of intensive focus on the 8 Tray Crips by prosecutors in our Investigations Division, Gang, Guns, and Narcotics Bureau, who work closely with the New Rochelle Police with additional assistance from the Westchester County Department of Public Safety. Throughout this investigation, police recovered 5 handguns and an assault rifle. These defendants, who you see on the posters, all are alleged violent gang members and drug dealers, and they were named in 2 separate indictments handed up by the Westchester County Grand Jury. The indictments were unsealed yesterday when the defendants were arraigned before Westchester County Court Judge George Fafidio. Here are some of the details. The first indictment covers a period of time from March 1, 2017 to the end of April this year. It contains a total of 50 counts against 14 members of the 8 Tray Crips. It charges conspiracy, attempted murder, robbery, burglary, and sales and possession of narcotics. The indictment details the gang's cocaine trafficking operation in New Rochelle, as well as numerous violent incidents, including a home invasion and 3 attempted murders. On this indictment, all 14 are charged with conspiracy to commit crimes including assault, criminal sale and possession of narcotics and weapons offenses. Additionally, 7 of them were charged with conspiracy to kill rival gang members and perceived police informants. And they were charged with attempted murder in separate incidents on October 10, 2017, May 8, 2018, and September 23, 2018. The indictment alleges that several of the defendants distributed cocaine from a home at 110 Washington Avenue in New Rochelle. There, Brandon Brown, known as Bones, fielded calls from cocaine buyers and sent other Crips, including Artez Jackson, known as Tez, to make the sales on his behalf. The gang often used coded language to communicate over the telephone and Facebook private messaging. The second indictment charges Corey James, an 8 Crip member, also charged in the first indictment, as well as 4 other men involved in his cocaine trafficking operation. With that, I would like to ask Commissioner Joseph Schaller of New Rochelle to say a few words in regards to this investigation. Commissioner?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. District Attorney. The District Attorney has already related most of the details in this operation, but the investigation began about a year ago in June of 2018 when investigators from our Special Investigations Unit and General Investigations Unit, working their cases here in New Rochelle, detected what they believed to be a connection among a number of drug trafficking cases, violent crimes, and gun arrests in the city dating back as far as March 2017. A closer look confirmed that the incidents were connected and related to the activities of a local branch of the Crips gang network known as the 8 Crips. At this point, the New Rochelle Police Department enlisted the support of the Westchester County District Attorney's Office, the Westchester County Police Department's Narcotics Unit, and a local unit of the FBI's Organized Crime Task Force to launch a joint investigation into the gang's activities, Operation Crip Keeper. Operation Crip Keeper concluded yesterday morning with the execution of multiple search and arrest warrants in New Rochelle, Mount Vernon, and Yonkers, and the arrests of 16 gang members on charges of attempted murder, weapons possession, criminal sale of controlled substances, criminal possession of controlled substances, and conspiracy. The New Rochelle Police Department thanks its law enforcement partners in the Westchester County District Attorney's Office, the Westchester County Police Department, and the FBI Organized Crime Task Force for their collaboration in this investigation, and those agencies again, and the Yonkers Police Department and the Westchester County Department of Probation for their assistance in the execution of the warrants and the arrest yesterday morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. So we'd be happy to try to answer some questions. As some of you do have them, we have some people that might be able to help answer them, as well as I will try to.
So what, go ahead. What's the status with the 2 that have not been arrested yet? What can you tell us about them?
Yep. Billy, do you know the status on the 2?
I think we're searching for them.
Yes.
We're still searching for
Their
them.
names?
No, we can't provide that.
All right.
They haven't been unsealed yet.
All right, thank you.
The 110 Washington Street, how much of that operation worked out of there with this guy Bones?
This was the main location, it's my understanding. Is the Commissioner or
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant, why don't you come over here, say something? Just identify yourself.
Lieutenant Fagan, New Rochelle Police. 110 Washington was the location where one of the individuals lived and the gang frequented and hung out. Anywhere, at any point, you would see anywhere from 5 to 7 members there, and they would conduct their business out of there.
The commissioner or the district attorney mentioned that they had used code words. Did you have wiretaps, and how much of the operation was followed on a wiretap?
We used everything we could do, any kind of electronic surveillance, any kind of social media that we could access, we did that.
So I could just add, I mean, it was a wiretap investigation, but we also,
Good work.
we execute search warrants for social media accounts, and these investigations involve undercover police officers, and pretty much when you're trying to break up a gang like this, you use all of those techniques. and in this case, we did.
This is William Schaefer.
The 19 individuals whose names are up there, they've all been arrested.
So it's 18. The third board is the second indictment, and Corey James is named also in the first indictment. So it's 18 total targets. Only
Okay.
2 have not been
Okay.
arrested yet. So 16 are in custody or have been brought to court.
How much of a dent do you think you made in this gang activity, for this particular gang?
Well, I think that, the fact of the matter is it's always a continuing battle when you're dealing with any form of organization and organized crime. And this has done a substantial damage to this group. And, when it comes to law enforcement, it is a continuing battle all the time. It never stops because if the demand is still there, others will eventually try to come into the stream, and that's why we have to continue doing it. But this has done tremendous damage to this group of the Crips.
Do you have a street value on the narcotics that was recovered?
I don't have that. Does anyone have street value on those narcotics?
During the whole investigation,
From I don't know what you have there, like was it?
I mean, just what you're looking at there, probably about $2,000-3,000 street value, with just the cocaine right there. But during the investigation is.
Can you step over to the mic, please?
Sorry. But during the investigation, more was recovered. That was just from the search warrants the other day.
Just to clarify, this is from 110 Washington Street, New Rochelle?
The assault rifle, assault shotgun up top, that's from 55 May Street in New Rochelle. The 2 handguns in the middle and the marijuana and the bullets, that's from 207 South 1st Avenue in Mount Vernon. And the handgun on the lower left was from North Avenue in New Rochelle. We recovered it from one of the gang members. And then what's the other one, Tim? Oh, that's the one that was used in the attempted murder that we recovered.
What was that one?
The one on the right, on the bottom right. That was the one that was used in one of the attempted murders we recovered.
And where did that take place? The attempted murder?
That one took place on Washington Avenue in New Rochelle, where 2 rivals, 2 of those members decided to not get along any longer and one of them shot at the other one.
And the date on that? You have it, you can.
I don't know it off the top of my head.
Oh, it's in the business.
What date?
So,
September
so
23rd.
110 Washington Avenue was where it was based out of, you could say?
Yeah, that's where everything started. The group eventually fractured, and it kind of splintered out.
Is there any more to this investigation? Are we, besides searching for the 2 people, are we still looking into this gang, or do you think we found everyone?
That's pretty much the whole New Rochelle gang. There are some other Crip members out there that we're aware of that will actively try to investigate, but as of right now, that's everybody.
Okay, I think that's enough questions.
Can I
Thank
ask
you.
one more, just in regards to it's probably more to the district attorney, if I could.
Yep.
You had mentioned the other, in the series, not one in Portchester and Yonkers. How do those gangs compare to each other? Do you see any similarities? Sure, they sell drugs, they have guns, and they shoot people. But, I mean, are you noticing some similarities between these 3?
Well, they are all involved and semi-connected because one investigation led to another and leads in the others. And, this is the nature of any type of organized type of crime. They have their territories. Sometimes they deal with similar suppliers. They're very protective of their territory, which leads to violence among themselves, as well as accidental, when I say accidental, unintended victims, such as the sad cases we had in Mount Vernon when gang members fighting and shot Shamoya McKenzie. So the importance of what we do here is that we recognize, we're not targeting the community of New Rochelle. We're targeting individuals that are violent criminals. When you have a mixture of money and drugs and an organization like this, violence follows. And as we watch and as we target these gangs, whether they be these types of gangs or other types of traditional organized crime, you will notice that those communities become safer. There will be less violent crimes because it's a small number of people that commit these violent acts, and it's usually related to money, drugs, and the weapons that they carry. And so that's one of the main spin-offs that you get from these types of arrests. With these individuals off the street, you will notice a tremendous difference in the safety of the communities that surround them. And that's why we focus on these types of cases.
Good. Thank you all.
Thank you, folks.
Brian?
Oh,